Greetings. I think it's greetings. If I'm live. Don't know. Evening. It's the Moss 6502. And Sherlock. And the Great Hadouken. And what is BGT? What does that mean? And what am I missing? And Mr. Joz is here. Good evening. Good evening. Does anybody know what Oh, Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, I would not have known that. I've never ever watched that in my life. I thought it might be a football thing. I was like, what's BGT? I was trying to think, is that like Champions League British Goalie Tournament? Something like that. I spent the last 5 minutes trying to work it out. I've got, I bought this. It's alcohol-free IPA. I thought it was going to be lager and it's IPA and it's horrible, but I'm going to drink it because I either drink it or it stays in my fridge forever. So we'll have to drink it. But I don't like it. It tastes... I can't explain it. It doesn't taste good. I'm not missing anything. Well, Britain has apparently got talent. But it's not really a talent show, is it? It's more of a... it's more of a joke, isn't it? I don't know what it is. What are these? By the way, you guys have got I don't know if you see that in your local chat, but you get a crown with a number 1 and a number 2. Is that because you're my number 1 and number 2 subscribers? What is the significance of that? Did I miss a memo? Is that something else I missed? Let me put Space Debris on. Is it working? It's working. Ignore my last. Okay. But do you know what the number 1 and number 2 means? You can probably see it. If you can't see it on your own chat, you can see it on the screen. Top chat. Oh, it's gone now. Now Sherlock hasn't got it. What does that mean? Is it because if I change from top chat to live chat, it doesn't make any difference? I don't know. I don't know what they mean. They don't seem to be helping. Just seems like I've got 1s and 2s everywhere. Would you say they're helping? Oh, you receive points for chatting. So they're making it... Don't Twitch do this? They gamify the chat. Oh, right. Mr. Joz is number 3 now. So they're gamifying it. But it's just putting loads of numbers everywhere. Is this like encouraging people to chat? Instead of sitting there and not chatting. I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I can turn it off. Maybe that's the thing, I can turn it off. But I didn't know. I didn't know about it if it was. Because YouTube do these like weekly, is it weekly things they send out and go, here's what's changed, but I never actually read them. The only time I know anything's changed is when something's so bad that everybody does a video about it. YouTube are changing this. I'm like, oh, damn. There's something about XP in the header that wasn't there before. You have 75 XP. They've copied Twitch, haven't they? This is a Twitch thing. They're after the Twitch market. But YouTube's not really the place for live streaming, is it? It's like Twitch is the place for that. But then Twitch is just full of so many people live streaming so many things that it's just crazy. I know BigClive.com's gone to Twitch. But that's basically because I think he's worried about his YouTube channel getting banned for like whatever things he does on the live stream. Like he sets something on fire every 30 minutes. Stuff like that. But he's worried about banning his channel, I think. I don't know. So he just does it on Twitch instead. But I haven't watched a single one since it went on Twitch. Sorry, I've got a sticky tape problem down here. Am I number 1 now? Nope. You've got to say dead good things if you want to be number 1. I always struggle with Twitch. Don't know what half of the stuff going on about. Yeah, and the other problem is that they have like adverts in the middle of the stream and you can't turn them off. I don't think you can turn them off. Or you have to subscribe or pay money to turn them off or something. Like the ones in the middle of my stream, you get the option to turn them on, but they're turned off for me. But that also means YouTube has got no incentive to promote this live stream at all because it's not going to make any money from it. Oh, I did turn community thing the show your support thing, but I only did that so that they had a reason to promote it. I love Lemmings must be number 1. Yep. Yep. Let's put some more mods on. Yeah, I don't like IPA. That's what I've discovered. Sue me. At least alcohol-free IPA, I don't like it. At least the alcohol would make it fun. If you know what I mean. I hate Twitch. I don't think there's anything wrong with Twitch. I just think it's gone a bit... I don't know. I just don't go on there enough. There's not anyone on there I really want to watch, to be honest. And for what I'm doing here, everybody who knows me is on YouTube, because that's why people have come here, isn't it? I mean, it's only like a handful of the subscribers, like the same people every week, who turn up anyway. So it's not like if you're going onto Twitch, I don't know what you're trying to do. It's just like, what am I after here? Let's do that. Yeah, so everybody who knows me is on here. Switch 2 coming out late this week. I've got on pre-order because I had to because of Mario Kart. How much is the Switch 2, by the way? I don't know. Is it a lot of money? I didn't realise it was coming out this week. Or next week. I don't think I'm on Twitch. £439 with Mario Kart. What is that? Is it like £400 without Mario Kart or something like that? Here, just in time. There's always time. Oh, 429. Okay, well, that sounds all right. That sounds all right. I mean, I think it's probably going to be a good thing because it's backwards compatible with almost everything. Or everything. I'm not exactly sure what it's backwards compatible with. I think it might be everything. Then it's a no-brainer. Got mine pre-ordered to $395 without Mario Kart. But what are you going to do with it without Mario Kart? Mario Kart's going to be the thing you need. What are you going to do? Yeah, it's happened quick, that, hasn't it? Out in the shops. So Mario Kart's the big deal, isn't it? I don't know what else is on it. It's good that you can play all your backwards compatible stuff, though. I think that was going to be a necessity for them, because Microsoft's got it, and Sony's got it, so they're going to need it too, unless you want to dump all your customers. And you can use the old peripherals as well, is that right? You can use the controllers and things. As far as I'm aware. I've been carefully avoiding all the hype on YouTube about it. So have I, to be honest. I have been avoiding the hype.
The biggest unanswered question is, where is the money? Where is the money?
I was just wondering if it's possible to turn off those numbers and crowns, but I don't think it is. Whoa! I don't think so. I think so. I've been keeping my old Pro controllers, yeah. It's Grant McCallan. Howdy. Well, howdy. What are those numbers crowns? We were just discussing that. Apparently it's top chatters. Maybe there's only a top 3. I don't know. It's new. It's new to me. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Do you think you get more out of your 1200 than any other Commodore? This 1200 has had a lot of use. Whether it was used as much as my like 600 back in the day at this point, I don't know. I mean, I've been live streaming with it for like years now, haven't I? So it's had hundreds of hours put into it. So getting a money's worth out of it. I mean, that was the point of the live stream, really, was to actually use the goddamn thing. Because otherwise, I'd just fixed a load of computers and I was like, well, they're just collecting dust. In fact, most of the others do collect dust. almost all of the time. But the 1200 gets out quite a lot. In fact, that's the one that's permanently set up on the bench. It does still need a dust cover though, because it doesn't get used that much. I think for your old stuff you have to get a dust cover, because you're not sitting there at it every day keeping it clean. So if you don't put dust covers on, you come back to them, you're like, I can't touch this thing. I see I'm in my rightful place at number 1. Apparently you are. You were first here. And there you go. See, you're getting into it already. You're buying into the hype of being number 1. You're buying up to the hype. Whatever it is they've done, I think they've just copied Twitch. That's what I think. Because last time I was on Twitch, watching someone on Twitch, yeah, every time I did something, it was like, you've got 200 points, and then you use the points to do things, and I just didn't understand what was going on. I was just like, I'm just chatting, I don't know. And then it kept nagging me to do things, and then adverts kept coming up, and I was like, this is not fun. I think it's great that you use the A1200. So many YouTubers just fix them. Hardware was meant to be used, not just stored away. Yep, that's what I think. That's what I think. Get the thing out and goddamn use it, because I see so many people and they fix it and go, and there we go, it's fixed. That's the end of the video. And then you never see that computer ever again. You're like, well, did you actually turning that on? Or like, it's like, I do the same thing though. You're doing the video and all you're doing is running a test program. So once you've tested it, and that's it. And then you get the other thing is that people get a computer out and go, okay, here's this great new Amiga I've got. Let's benchmark it to see how fast it is. It's like, well, why do you care how fast it is? Because it's slow. It's really, really slow. It's like 1,000 times slower than any computer you could pull out of any other decade. It's like 1,000 times, well, it's probably like 10,000 times slower than my phone. Let's put it that way. So there's really no point in benchmarking it. It's just rubbish. That's why we're using it, because it's rubbish. But I do like the way that the 1200 is a little bit snappier to use than the 600 and 500. Not that they were really bad, but it's just nice. I think actually it's just because it's got fast RAM in it. It's nothing to do with the fact that it's faster. It's just because this has got like 4 meg fast RAM in it, and none of the other Amigas I've got any fast RAM in. But I think the 1200 is now my favourite Amiga, but back in the day it was the 600. Yes, you can use your points to cancel song requests paid for by points earned by other chatters. That's really bad. Is that true? Yeah, and the adverts on Twitch are annoying because the person in charge of the stream can't stop them. So they end up like, if you're live streaming something and an advert's showing, you're like, what's happening? What are they doing? You come back like, what did I miss? What's happened? I feel the same about vintage cars. Run them, don't leave them in the garage covered in a sheet. Well, if they still work, why not? Cars are meant to be driven and computers are meant to compute. But yeah, I don't have a time enough to use all the computers I've got, but I do want to live stream Commodore 64, but I've still got to get a way of getting a decent picture on it. I think that's the thing. In some cases, those song requests are paid for by real money when you wade beyond all the layers of nonsense. Really? That's really bad. So you can pay real money for something, and someone else who just did a lot of chatting can go, nope, don't want that. Now I'm earning XP on YouTube. I know gamifying is a thing, but this is ridiculous. Well, there you go. Doesn't look like I didn't see any option to turn it off. But if there is, I'll turn it off, because I don't think it's just actually getting in the way. There's more like numbers. They're highlighted. It's like this really special. I have a soft spot for the A500. It was my introduction to home computing. Sadly sold mine as they are so expensive now. Yeah, I think I did use the A500 quite a lot, but I think that was my first Amiga, was an A500, and that was the one I wanted when I saw it. I was like, gotta have one of those. And I did get one eventually second hand. But in the end, I think I sold it to get 600. And I really liked that because it had more memory and Workbench 2 and stuff, and it was tiny. And I really liked the way it was quite small. And that's where I did a lot of the programming stuff that I was doing. But it wasn't my first computer. First computer was probably an Atari 8-bit actually, which weirdly was actually technically designed by the same person who designed the Amiga. Not that I knew any of that until, you know, more recent years. I knew who designed the Amiga, but I didn't know who designed the Atari 8-bits, and I didn't know it was the same guy. I own a lot of rubbish. Really? Me too, trying to streamline, but every time I get old stuff out, start playing with it, I can't bear to part with it. I haven't sold anything yet, but I'm not buying any more stuff. That's the way it is. I am not buying more things. I've got loads of Commodore 64s and quite a few Amigas. And honestly, the only other one I think I'd like would be the Atari 8-bit, because I had one of those back in the day. But do I need an Atari 8-bit, and do I need all that junk? Don't think so. It's possible, it's not common, it can happen in the right conditions. Is that the song thing? Doesn't sound good. The fact that it can happen is bad. It shouldn't be able to happen. It's like you're putting money in a jukebox in a pub or whatever, and then someone else putting in like some free tokens they got because they bought a load of beer, and then put those in the jukebox and cancel your money that you paid. So then you put more money in to put it back on again, and they go and drink more beer and do it again. It's not good. I know it gets hate, but I really like the form factor of the 600, my favourite model. Yeah, I did. I had a limited desk size at the time, and the 500 took up most of the desk. And if you wanted to put a hard drive on, which I didn't have, that would have been even bigger. And I just like the way the 600 was like a lot more compact. I liked it. It fit on the desk basically, and it was better. It had more memory, more chip RAM, and Workbench 2, which was a little bit better. Got Gotek in my 1200. Going to get it out of the drawers, set it back up with the OSSC. Oh, you've got Gotek in your 1200. Okay, I've never used a Gotek, but there you go. It's all about doing it like old school. Like I said, I'm doing it so that I'm doing it like floppy drives are really slow and clunky, but I don't get that experience on a modern computer. I don't get the experience of putting in a really horribly slow, clunky thing and hearing it whir up. And it's weird because that's what... now, you don't even hear the whir of a hard drive. My 600 actually was also the first computer I had with a hard drive, and you'd hear the hard drive whine in it, and it sounded so high-tech. Having like a hard drive noise with a high-pitched whine and hearing the drive arm move, it sounded super high-tech. But now it sounds like, if you hear that noise in a computer, you think, well, that's an old computer now because it's got a spinning hard drive in. It's very strange. I did have an 800XL and 130XE, but didn't seem to grab my attention the same way the Amiga did. Yeah, I had the 65XE, and it was pretty good actually, because it was the first home micro that we actually had. I'd used the BBC micro at home, but it had like a green screen and stuff, and it was like limited games because it belonged to the school. But the 65XE was the first actual thing where we were playing actual, like, you know, video games on it. And I didn't have anything else to compare it to, so it just seemed everything was good because everything was new. But eventually started to realise that you'd go in the computer shop and there would be like, you know, 150 Commodore 64 games on the shelf, and there'd be like 10 Atari games. And basically the Atari was dying, and I think that's why we swapped it out for a Commodore 64. I think my dad must have done that. I didn't ask for it to be swapped out, it just happened. But I remember getting the Commodore 64 and thinking, God, the picture looks worse, and I think it looked worse because the output was worse, and also it didn't have as many colours as the Atari, so it just looked a lot worse. But the fact that there was so many more games was ridiculous, and the sound was way better. And the Atari sound wasn't bad, it was just better on the Commodore 64. 600 great, there you go. Sherlock said it in 2 words. One of them was a number. I bought an original Atari 800 lately for my collection. Yeah, I didn't even know, because the 65XE was my first Atari, I didn't know until later on that those old Ataris existed. They were massive and clunky and big metal shielding and cartridges and all that kind of stuff. I had no idea. The clicking Amiga floppy drive is rather annoying. Yes, it is. Well, that's why I've got a disc in here. There's Workbench 2 discs sitting in there. My external floppy drive doesn't click. Neither does the one there, and I think because it's got that weird HD thing going on. Do you know what? I've bought that HD drive and I've had so little chance to use it. I don't even plug it in now. It's like I haven't got anything that's using it. I mean, the last thing I played was Adam's Family, and that's got 1 disc. And I'm playing Oh No More Lemmings. That's only got 1 disc, but Lemmings had 2. So it would have been nice if I had it for Canon Fodder, because that was 3 discs and a save disc. Just give it a floppy and it's quiet. That's the way. That's the way we all did it. I remember my main Workbench floppy having an app that disabled the blick. Yeah, and it's a funny one because it's a really strange thing. The Amiga's got the sensor, so it knows a disk has been put in the drive. So it's got the sensor, but it isn't read by the OS until it does a head move or something like that. And that's why it keeps moving the head or whatever it's doing. It's really strange that they did it that way. I just could not have somebody thought that's probably a really bad idea, but that's what they did. But then when the first Amiga came out, it's like you couldn't put a hard drive in it, so you wouldn't use it without a disk in the drive anyway. There'd always be a disk in the drive. But yeah, and that's the price to pay for it knowing that a disk has been put in, whereas the PC didn't know, so it didn't care. Oh, the blick, click, yeah, blick. I thought you meant blick, but blick or click would be fine. My 600 HDMI, but still love the floppy sound. Not changed. Yeah. You can emulate that with Codec. Yeah. They've got like floppy drive sound in WinUIE, but it sounds terrible. I did notice you can download enhanced floppy drive sounds, which I haven't tried. But the floppy drive in WinUIE does not sound like a floppy drive. It sounds really annoying. But there you go. Floppy drives. It's the way. It was the future. They seemed high tech as well. It's funny how what seemed high tech at one point seems really old school now. Because I remember when the 3.5 when I saw 3.5-inch drives, like I saw the Amigas and the Atari ST and stuff had the 3.5-inch drive. My 5.25-inch massive thing from the Commodore 64 just looked so archaic. I was like, oh my god, it's twice the size of the computer, twice as expensive as the computer, runs twice as hot as the computer. And it's got this disc that can only store half as much. And then you get these little plastic 3.5 things for the Amiga. And they just looked so high tech. But were they? Not really. They were just a shrunk down version of the 5.25, really. Floppy ASMR, yeah. What did Yoda say when he found out he was in 4K? What did Yoda say? As in the Yoda from Star Wars. HDMI. I get it. HDMI. You've got to read that. Yeah, that is a groan. That's pushing it a bit. HDMI can do standard def though as well. So, I thought you meant when he found out it was in 4K, because he wasn't at the start. What did he do when he found out he was going computer generated? I've been converting quite a few TIAC FD235s from PC to Amiga to use on the A1200, as the eject button is in the same place. That's convenient, because that's the bit that's you can convert the drives quite easily, but the buttons are in the wrong place, aren't they? And that's the problem. I got one that I bought when I got the 600. When I got my 600 back out, I think the floppy drive didn't work, so I replaced it with one I bought off AmiKit or something. I can't remember now. But it was a converted PC one. It's got a 3D printed button, which looks a bit weird, but it works really well. Compared to cassette tapes, 3.5-inch floppies seem so futuristic. Yeah, well, and I suppose that's the other thing. 5.25 seem futuristic compared to the cassette tape, but they was chronically slow on the Commodore 64. And then the 3.5 comes out, and it's not only is it smaller and it holds more, but it's about 1 million times faster than the Commodore 64, which was basically broken. They shipped with a broken interface, didn't they? That's the problem. Been buying some PC floppy drives to convert to Amiga just in case. Yeah, I think that's the thing. These floppy drives, I think in the future, the things that are going to be dead first is going to be all the floppy drives because of all the mechanical stuff. So you'll be able to get all these Amigas, and there won't be any Amigas left with floppy drives in. It's getting quite hard to find one that works now. You're with me, Dave. Good to see you again. I'm with you on the joke. Is that what you're saying? Highway to the danger zone. What? Is that what's on Britain's Got Talent? Is that what you're saying? $320 kilobytes for gods. Jeez. I bet they had to unload that before they started loading any game in. No, I have my playlist in the background. Oh, well. How are you getting away with... is it not conflicting with the music I'm playing in the background? With Gods? Gods classic, yep. Amiga mod's not good enough for you. Exactly. Exactly. I don't even know what I'm going to do today. We're going to play... I might as well play a little bit of Menace because I put the creature from on the I put one of the aliens on the thumbnail. I've been working on the Menace source code. Well, you probably saw a video. I did a video, but I have actually been working on reverse engineering the source code. Not the source code, but reverse engineering the graphics back into editable formats. Moss65 is number 2 now. I'm not receiving more chat points. Stuck at 75. We'd have to read the memo from Google. They must have announced that this was happening, but I don't know anything about it. I have my playlist modded into the game I was playing. I've shut the game down now. Oh, I see. So you were playing a game, yeah. The entire stream is not good enough. Yeah, you're playing a game and got your own playlist on. It's like, are you with us? Oh, you've been on 150. See, you're getting into the game-o points. Looks really good with what you've done with Menace. Yeah, it's boring stuff, really, isn't it? But it's a lot of reverse engineering. It's turning the graphics and the data back into actual data. The data and the stuff is just stored in all sorts of places. I think that's the problem. The palette for the graphics is encoded in the source code, and then you've got like. Sometimes the graphics are encoded in the source code, but sometimes they're in a file, and it's just all over the place. And then you've got like map formats for like the foreground and background. They're both in completely different formats, so you have to read them in differently, which is fine. But they must have had some tools that output that stuff, and they were obviously trying to save some memory, so they did the background graphics is different. But yeah, just reverse engineering all that is a pain. There's still loads more to go. Like all the ship sprites, I think, are encoded inside the source code. It's just crazy. And then I've got to create some tools that can turn it back into the game's format. So I've got to turn it from the game's format back into the format you can edit, and then rewrite some tools. I'm going to do it on the PC that can turn it back into the game format. Because otherwise you just can't change anything. And then what's the point in that? I wonder if it mentions the boost EXP. You wish you could do that. It's not actually that hard. It's just a bit tedious, really. It's the bit about video game development that people don't show you. There's a lot of stuff that goes into just the artwork pipeline and all the assets and stuff. And there is none of that included in that source code with Menace. It was just designed. It was designed to teach you how to code the game, and they kind of built it so that it was all just built in and you didn't have to load anything, and the only assets were the ones you got, but you could go through it and understand it. But actually trying to it's mentioned in the article actually saying, oh, you need lots of tools to do stuff, but none of them were actually included. And I think there might be some ones that were standard, like there was that IFF trasher that could turn an IFF into the format for the game. But it's maybe a thing that a lot of people don't realize about video games, is that if you have like an image, like a JPEG or a PNG, you can't just drop that into a game in general, because in general the game can't read it, and even if it could, the graphics card can't read it and display it. So you're going to have to turn that into a format that's specific to the game or specific to the graphics hardware or something like that. So you need something that converts it, and that can either be done literally inside the game, or you could do it, usually it's done before and like encoded into a file that the game loads, so that's quicker, so the game doesn't have to do it while you're waiting for it to load. And then if you did a game that was on multiple platforms, those different platforms might have different formats. So Menace has got that thing like the Amiga. They've set up their own format for blitzing this Amiga stuff, and it's in a very specific format for it to be easily drawn to the screen. And that is not a format as easy to actually edit. And then they stuck the other half of it in the code because they didn't want to put any loading code in. Spaghetti code binary. It's not actually spaghetti. It's more that it's just because it's all hand coded. It's just everything's very individual, and they only had 0.5 megabyte of memory, so they were trying to hand code everything to get every byte out of it. So that's why the background format's different. It's got like 4 bits per. It's got 4 bits per tile instead of 8, just because they wanted to save 4 bits per tile, and that only saved them. I don't know what that saves them, a few hundred bytes of memory, but it was worth doing apparently. I think they're trying to load all the backgrounds in as well, so it could be a few kilobytes of memory at the end, but that's the way they did it. And it meant you could only have 16 tiles in the background. But that's the way they did it. I mean, that game came out and it worked and it made them some money. Dave Jones said he bought a car with the money. If you stop caring, you'll lose first place. I really don't care at this point. It's not... It looks like they've only got top 3. And I think the thing that's encouraging people just to chat for no reason is probably not a good idea. It's like, you know who'd be number 1? It'd be our friend, the Wikipedia paste. He'd get number 1. I asked Copilot how you get XP in YouTube chat. It told me that XP doesn't exist in YouTube chat, but asked me I needed some help leveling up. Yeah, that's because it's got a data set that it's trained on, and this is obviously really new. Is that what you used to do? I don't know what you're referring to now because I'm a bit behind on the chat. I don't know what I'm referring to. Used to do, as in like loading things in. I don't know. It's Lockmon Goat. Hello. We were just marveling at the new gamification of YouTube's chat that they're trying to copy Twitch, I think. Every bit counted when you only had potentially 512 kilobytes of memory. Yeah, it is designed to work in 512 kilobytes. So yeah, every bit, they saved all those 4 bits on that background stuff. The gang's all here, they are. We get XP now. I haven't seen any XP because I'm not chatting, I'm just talking at the screen, but apparently there's XP now. This is the first time I've seen it. I love looking at optimization, something that software devs like me don't get the chance to do anymore. I think it's a skill that's dying off. Yeah, maybe, but I think it depends. It depends what you're doing, I suppose, because a lot of things don't have to be optimized. Like I've written that script to convert that graphics code from Menace, but it's so fast that it's written in C#, which I technically could have made it faster, but it's already so fast that every time I write a bit of new code just to try and convert a bit more file or change something, I recompile and run the entire script and reconvert all the graphics because it literally runs in like a few milliseconds, so I don't care. But that's the thing, so I don't have to optimize that. So some things aren't worth optimizing, but some things you're trying to scrape every microsecond, and it is microseconds we're doing now. You're trying to scrape every microsecond out of the thing you're doing. Oh god, the Wikipedia man. Yeah, he'd be number 1. Can you level up? Yeah, I don't know how you do it. I don't know. So there we go. Don't tell him about the points, please. For the love of all things, Amiga. He already knows about the points, I think. Well, I don't know about the points. You know about it, not me. I've not seen any points. It doesn't even mention it in the stream settings. It doesn't say anything about. It's got closed captions, 360 video. It doesn't mention anything about XP or anything like that. I don't want to click edit while I'm in the middle of the stream. You probably can edit in the middle of the stream, but I don't want to do it. Lots of reliance on frameworks adding bloat for convenience. Well, that's what .NET is. That's what I've done the conversion script in. It's just a massive load of libraries. But to be honest, I don't care because they run in like a millisecond. So for my purpose, it's fine. But it depends what you're doing. In the actual game, yeah, I'm going to care about every... Well, it's not going to be microseconds. It will be microseconds maybe, but I'm going to care about every line of code probably. I'm putting all my points into dialogue. This is not Fallout. Is everyone rolling a Fallout character? You don't really roll in Fallout, but you know what I mean. Mine are all in charming the ladies. If I put them into endurance, can I watch for longer without getting tired? Yes. Too right. Doesn't feel as efficient now. You can never become such an expert you used to be able to. You just have to become an expert in your little bit. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of... if you're making a game nowadays, there's no kidding you. Even though you've got like 16 cores and a 4.5 gigahertz chip and you've got a bajillion gigabytes of RAM, you still just push it to the limit and you're still going to have to optimize it. So, and a lot of the work is going into the optimizing. But a lot of it's about just not writing rubbish in the first place and understanding how the computer, what it's actually doing and why you would do things. And just don't get it to do things it doesn't need to do is the general rule. They do work the same as they used to. So if you code on the Amiga, the stuff you learn is relevant to how a computer works now, but they do more things now that make it a bit more strange in that they run a hell of a lot faster, but not because the clocks are going faster. They run faster because, and not even because they're multi-threaded. They run faster because they can do loads of things at the same time. So when you're running instructions and stuff, it's running loads of them at the same time, out of order, and it's predicting and stuff like that. And that's only just appearing in the Amiga 1200. It's only just starting to do prediction and stuff like that, and actually trying to like read ahead and do caching and stuff like that. So you can learn a lot you can learn 90% of what you need to know by programming a computer this old, and the other 10% is just like, oh yeah, it also does SIMD and it also does out of order instructions and all this other stuff, and caching and memory and things. YouTube says, how do you get YouTube says, how do you get on the leaderboard? You need to collect experience points. Here's how you get them. Send live chat messages. Oh, send super chat, so pay money for them. Brilliant. That's great. Just clicked XP help icon. It told me you have to do this. Send live chat messages, send super chat. It's just begging you to send them money. So you get more XP by buying it. What are super stickers? I'm not sure. I noticed Dave tactfully ignored my comment about being first place. What? Did you have a comment about being first place? I didn't know. I didn't see that. I didn't ignore it. I just maybe missed it. Don't tell him about all the points. I don't know. I didn't read that. Still number 2. You are getting into it. You're buying into the hype. They're the same as normal stickers, but more sticky. I bet you they're the same as normal stickers, but more expensive. I think is probably what they are. I post a super sticker to show one off, but I can't afford to spend the money on one. And then I'm jumping on the XP check. Do not spend money to get XP, ever, in anything. Well, no. Yeah, don't do that. XP should be earned, not bought. It's just bonkers, isn't it? Spend more money, yeah. Sorry for the caps, but the leaderboard thing seems too annoying of YouTube to answer streams. I don't know what you're saying there. I just went to the super sticker screen. Same as super chats, really. Donate a few quid, and most of it goes to YouTube. It does, like yeah. If you actually put money through this, what do you call it, the super chat thing, I will get less than half of it. After I pay tax on it and YouTube's taken their money and everything, it's just not going to make any money. It's there so YouTube has an excuse to promote the stream so that we can get so many more people here. But nobody turns up anyway. I mean, the usual people turn up. You guys turn up, which is fine. I suppose if hundreds of people did start turning up, it might be a bit crazy. So there. And I noticed I watched Space, it wasn't SpaceX, it was someone else's stream. It was NASA's stream about the SpaceX launch, and they were in subscribers only as well. So maybe they're just like, oh, we've got too many people, and they weren't really responding to the comments. They were just talking and talking, which is what I'm doing. YouTube super stickers are animated images that viewers can purchase and send in live chat during streams. It's okay. It's all for fun. Pay to win, yeah. It's all fun until somebody's out on the street because they've got no money because they spent it all on stickers. Urge to super chat. Anyone else getting undertones of Sunita and Tiffany? This mod is so macho. It might be. We've looped a bit, though, haven't we? Let's do some different ones. Where was the one from last time? May 17th. That was the one. I got some new mods. These were newish. Are we doing a raid? I'm not even sure if you can raid on YouTube. Maybe you can. I don't know. Let's raid someone. Can you do an actual? Is there actually a way to do a raid at the end in YouTube? An official way to send everyone, like, automatically send people? I don't think there is. You just have to agree to raid. I suppose. Maybe, I don't know. I hate the YouTube one. I mean, YouTube wanting more money for things. I mean, they've got to make their money, but just be aware. If you give me money on YouTube, it's the worst place to give me money because I will get so little of it. It's just really bad. Because I don't really turn the monetizer. I don't turn in-video ads are not on my channel, and I've only recently turned super chats on here, and it has no in-video ads on the live streams. So this is a really good place to live stream because we don't get pestered with ads, unlike Twitch. You'll have your own custom lemming emote soon. I suppose that's a thing you can do, is it? Is it? I don't know. I don't even know if you can do customize emotes. That's something I can engage with my audience by doing a poll. That's all I know. But yeah, that's all a thing. It's all a thing. It's YouTube. It's not. They're trying to compete with Twitch. So if Twitch does something stupid, they have to do something stupid. That's how it works now. Oh my god, they're getting all the emotes out. Hippo player, you've done a YouTube. Is there a better way? Is there a better way now to install it? I don't think so. I think that's the only way to install it. I did the don't install Hippo player like this because it's really wrong. But yeah, you have to download one thing and then overwrite it with another. It's not great, is it? Not great. I don't know. I haven't installed it since then, to be honest. But I assume that patch keeps changing and you just get the original and overwrite it. The Hippo. There's probably other players. I've not even tried any of the others. Hippos. It's the way. Oh yeah, and I was going to say, because somebody mentioned ChatGPT before, I'd never actually used ChatGPT or anything to try and write some code because I just figured it would screw it all up. And I actually thought with one of those scripts that I wrote to export the Menace graphics, I thought, do you know what? This script was only 20 lines of JavaScript and it didn't take me that long to write and it's not that hard to write. I'll get ChatGPT to do it for me because it's dead easy and I don't want to have to type it all out, even though it's only 20 lines. And ChatGPT wrote me a script to export from that tiled program. I cut this out of the video because it was like 5 minutes of me ranting. But I've got the video of me ranting about this. And it just wrote a script that didn't work. And oh my god, it took so long to get it to work. So it wrote this script and it just basically it didn't do anything. And I was like, this script doesn't work. And it was like, oh, okay. Why didn't you put all these console outputs in? And then output to the console to see what it's doing. And I said, I put these console outputs in. They don't do anything. And it was like, okay, why don't you try this to see if it's running? I was like, that's not doing anything. And I said, I've managed to get it to write a file, but it's a 0-byte file. It's not working. And in the end, I had to Google it to find out why because I kept saying, these console outputs you're writing don't work. It must be a different way of writing to the console. And then it kept saying, oh yes, you're correct. That isn't how you do it. You do it like this. And it would change it. And I'd be like, but if you knew I was correct and you knew it was wrong, why did you do it that way? And then the file it was writing didn't work. So I had to go and Google that and correct it and say, yeah, the way you're writing this file doesn't work. You need to write it like this. And it go, oh yes, that's correct, of course. Well done for spotting that. And I'm thinking, have you really actually helped me write this at all? Or am I just completely wasting my time here? And the answer is, it took about 25 minutes to write a 20-line JavaScript program that I probably could have written myself in 2 minutes. So, to answer the question, it doesn't really work. And then I thought, I'll give it another chance. I'll try it with some Amiga assembly to see if it can write any of that. And it did even worse on that one. It wrote something that was just completely wrong. I was looking at it going, this won't compile. Why have you done this? What is it? I go, oh yes, you're right. That doesn't work. Oh, you're right. Yes, that won't work. Oh yes, this won't compile. Of course you're right. And you just end up correcting it, and you're like, okay, this is a waste of time. I'm trying to teach a computer how to program. That's what it felt like. It was really weird. So that was my first experience of using ChatGPT, is to write code anyway, is it was completely useless, basically. Maybe, I might have used a little bit of the code, but it took me longer to write it that way. So yeah, completely useless. What are we playing today? I don't know. I'll play a bit of Menace, seeing as it's on the thumbnail. And I've been talking about stuff, but probably only played one game of that. ChatGPT wrote me a game a while back. I might have told you before. It was like the 100-meter race in the track and field Konami game, except using text for graphics. And did it actually... I suppose, did you play it in the browser or something? It can't do anything too complex at all, but yeah, that's the problem. It wasn't trying to do anything too complex. It was a 20-line JavaScript that just read in a number and wrote out a different number. It wasn't really hard, but it screwed it up so badly that, I don't know, it really didn't help at all. But if that's the state of the art, then I'm surprised it can write something, which is fair enough, but the stuff it's coming out with is rubbish. That sounds familiar. Copilot is just as bad when you tell it it's wrong and it admits it was wrong and praises you. Yeah, that's the bit I found really annoying, is the fact that it's going, oh yes, of course that was wrong. And I'm like, but why didn't you tell it was wrong then? It doesn't make any sense to have it patronize you like that. But you're doing the Googling for it. But I really felt like I was teaching the computer to program. I use ChatGPT to write SQL queries and PowerShell scripts, although it's not perfect. I'm out of a job. Well, it might be useful for something, but for what I used it for was terrible. And the bit I couldn't understand is, for an experienced programmer, it should be able to just save you time by writing something you could have written yourself, but quicker. So that's a good thing. Except it didn't. So I am an experienced programmer, and it didn't do it quicker than I could have done it. And I had to end up using my knowledge as a programmer to correct it, right? So it's not useful for an experienced programmer. But then for an inexperienced programmer who doesn't know anything about that, isn't going to be able to get it to work at all. So for an inexperienced programmer, it's also completely useless. So for both inexperienced and experienced people, it's not actually working. It wouldn't be working for me or the other person anyway, because they wouldn't know to Google those things to try and fix them and know why they were wrong in the first place. Because if you wanted to just spit you out a piece of code and it work, it couldn't do that. So it couldn't do it in JavaScript, and it couldn't do it for Amiga assembly language either, for 68,000 assembly. It's funny that it could find something on it though. Copilot is far worse. Copilot is just going to be ChatGPT though, isn't it? Just with an interface into Windows, I suppose. I do use Copilot as a replacement for Google searching a lot. It might be a good replacement for Google searching, but it's not a good replacement for, at least for writing code. That's what I found anyway. I think Copilot is a jerk. If it were a real person, I would think it was a jerk. Yeah, I didn't like the way that it said, it just basically said, oh yes, you're right, of course you're right. And I'm just like, yeah, okay. Well, if you knew I was right, why did you do it wrong? It's just like, it makes no sense. You need to know what to do, but any Muppet can knock out stuff now. I don't know. From what I could tell, not any Muppet could have done that if they didn't know what they were doing, because the ChatGPT didn't manage to do it either. But can it write code? Yeah, it can actually do it. But I think a lot of the time when people say it can write code, this is what I suspect. They ask it, can you write me some code? They look at the code on the screen and go, oh, that looks like it would work. And then they go, ChatGPT can write code. But they haven't actually run it and seen if it did what it was supposed to do. And that's where it all fell over. Like, it didn't do anything, the code. The code it wrote did nothing. Literally nothing. To start with, anyway. So I ended up spending half an hour teaching a computer how to code. And then at the end of it, I was wondering, like, does it remember the stuff that I've taught it? Or does it just get wiped out next time it comes? So it's like, is this helping someone else if I correct it? Or is it not helping anyone? So I don't know. Anyway, quite useless. Amazing, but useless. That's the way I would look at it. Yes, I played it. It worked well. I still have it somewhere in my system. If I can find a way to let everyone try it. Bones and Wilson says, correct, Dave. AI is great, but currently you still need a human to QA, which is fine. But I would have expected, I would have expected that its first pass and would do something, and it didn't. On a tiny little script, its first pass was completely useless. Second pass was useless. Third pass was useless. It kept going like that. It was just like, it's not working. It's not doing. In the end, I just had to go, okay, I was trying to get it so that I wasn't going to have to Google it. In the end, I had to Google it and say, can I just see the example for how you write this? And I looked at the example and I pointed it to ChatGPT and say, here's the example. You're not doing this. And it went, oh yeah, of course. Maybe I should do it like that. It was rubbish. It was absolute rubbish. Not a time saver in the slightest. I do often use AI as a reminder for small syntax snippets. Saves having to remember it. Yeah, that might be helpful. Visual Studio's getting good at autocomplete, so I can stab at the first few letters and follow prompts. So the autocomplete might actually be ChatGPT or something similar, you know. But yeah, the autocomplete is getting much better. But that's all it seems like that really the AI would be good for right now is a really good autocomplete. Because, you know, you're already typing the thing. It's just like, finish the sentence for me. Gonna grab a quick drink during the AI chat. I'm staying quiet as my thoughts make my blood boil regarding AI. Well, I just thought I'd try it out because I really have not experienced any use of it. And I just thought, let's see what all the hype's about. Let's see if this is really as good as everyone's going on about. And the answer is, for me personally, it was not as good as everyone was going on about. I think people... Like I said, I think people are saying it's good because they think it's good, but not because they've actually used it to do something good. That's my suspicion. My worry is that people are copying and pasting real data into ChatGPT. Expect serious security breaches sooner or later. Possibly, yeah. Possibly. But yeah, you don't even want to paste stuff in there if it was, you know, alright. Can the next generation still mental arithmetic? I think I'm pretty bad at mental arithmetic now, though, because I get the computer to do the work for me. In fact, a lot of programmers are, I think, because they're always like, well, you have to work out the algebra for it, but you don't actually do the arithmetic, if you know what I mean. You're doing the algebra instead. And then you get the computer to do the sums. My generation was already bad enough, yeah. It's true. But I think we've already had computers for, 50, 60, 70 years or whatever they've been around for now. So our mental arithmetic skills, we've already offloaded those to the computers, haven't we? That's my reliance on calculators. Pixel. It's Pixelpot. Watching Dave pissed up on a train. There's a dedication. Yeah, except I'm not drunk. This is alcohol-free IPA, which tastes horrible. It's got no alcohol and it's horrible. So, strangely, the rant about AI is nothing to do with alcohol, because there is actually, I think it's 0.5%, which they class as alcohol-free. Is it? It says alcohol-free, but then it says 0.5%. Do the math on that one. So there you go. I was just talking about I'd used ChatGPT to try and write some of those scripts. Well, I'd already written the scripts to convert the code from Menace, and I thought I'll ask it to give it a go, and it did not do well. It did not do well. I always remember my school maths teacher saying you could use a calculator for answers, but you should at least know roughly the correct answer before you press the button. That's a good point, actually, because a lot of people see the number on the calculator and they go, that's the right answer, but they don't even check if it's in the right ballpark. You know, like they've calculated the distance from here to the, you know, the town hall, and it's come out with 3,000 miles, and they're like, okay, that's right, 3,000. It's like, do you think you should have an idea that maybe it's not 3,000 miles to your town hall? Maybe. You've had enough alcohol for both of us. How much alcohol have you had? Excel truth. Should we play some? I'll play a little game of Menace since I've been talking about it. I've got a WHD load version of it here because it didn't work on the 1200. Although somebody must have gone in and patched this version. I think it's in here. Here it is. I had a little go at it before the stream started because I've been playing the Amiga format version and it seems dodgy that you can't fire enough bullets, and I thought there was something wrong with it, but actually it's the same in here. It's the same. You telling me that HMRC, for example, aren't pumping our NI numbers attached to spreadsheets left, right, and centre into random AI websites? I don't know what they're doing. It would definitely be a breach of security if it was. You can set up your own local AI to do something though, couldn't you? Alcohol. It's Alky Holidays. We have strict AI use policy at work, but if we can't get it, we just use our phones. I'm not sure if my work says no to AI. I can't remember now, but I just don't use it anyway because I haven't found any use for it. But now I have actually tried it on a little thing. I've found out that it's complete rubbish, so now I'm less likely to use it again. Even less likely to use it. Now I've discovered that it couldn't write any working code at all. But maybe it will one day. But it'd be nice to get rid of the stuff that's boilerplate. Like a lot of if you could write boilerplate code for you, which is what I thought it was going to do, was write a 20-line thing that is basically just the example, but with a slight change in it. And it didn't. It just changed it completely and got it wrong. We have to be cautious submitting any code or documentation to any public AI engine. Yeah, I've never done that anyway with work code because I've never had anything that I thought it could do. so the Enid Wednesday crochet dolls are so tempting. Glad there's no Lemmings. Are the Lemmings sold out on the store? Hey, did you see there's a season 2 trailer of Wednesday as well? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's quite a funny trailer. Security is a real worry. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? You don't want to be submitting your stuff to everywhere, and also you don't want to be using generated content because you don't know where that content came from. I've got 225 XP now, gained 75. The points are still totting up. You are still number 1. Yeah, avoided the Wednesday 2 trailer, so I go in fresh. I don't think it's, if you watched it, I don't think it's going to give, well, I don't know, it did show a few things, but there's just quite a funny bit with where she's going through airport security, which is quite good, I think. And the comments are actually quite good in the YouTube chat as well, because she's got quite a few things on her that you would not be allowed to take through an airport security, but she gets pulled up on sun cream. So that's the joke. But everyone in the comments is like, hey, she's got the sun cream. Still at 70. See, everyone's obsessed with the gamification of the chat now. Still at 75 XP. You feel you're number 2. Be happy with being number 2. There's people in this chat who haven't even got a number. I suspect you'll be getting a points update soon. Oh dear. I don't know why this thing can't find WHD load, but we'll find it. It's in here. Here we go. Yeah, it's weird that I can remove the blitter weight fixes on this is what I put in. I put in blitter weight fixes into the Amiga format source code, but in this they've got an option to remove those fixes. The colour on that font is disgusting, isn't it? Let's face it. Hey, look at that little hold and modify picture. See, I don't have any of these graphics or anything because none of this, the menu or anything, wasn't included in the Amiga format source for good reason probably. But I don't even know if I'm not even sure if DMA Design did it. Maybe Psygnosis, the publisher, did it. They might have handed the game off to them and then they put all this stuff in. I don't know. Not sure. Probably not, maybe because of that screen. It's not the best game in the world either, but like I said, it's okay. There's some things I could change about it now we've got the code. Like not being able to pick up 600 speed-ups would be nice. Lemmings will be back soon. There you go. You've heard it from the official Lemming, the Lemming. I was going to say the Lemming dealer. The Lemming dealer is getting a batch in. He's getting a batch in. Are we talking about the rise of Skynet? What with AI? No. Yeah, and a lot of people talk about all this kind of thing like, oh, AI is going to take over the world, it's super intelligent. I've not seen any intelligence from it at all. It seems to be a bit dumb. We were talking about AI, so that's what we were on about. Or we were talking about the Rise of Skynet, I don't know. You'll be watching out for them. Yes, you will. Haven't got any of this music out. I'd like to get the mod file for this, so I could restore the music. Well, actually, there's one on the title screen and one in the game. Normal service will resume shortly. Anyway, that was my AI rant. If AI is an example of things to come, I think we're perfectly safe. That's it, isn't it? In the early days of AI, I was confused with ML, and I don't think that AI is particularly intelligent yet. Are you talking about what's ML? Yeah, there is something wrong with the... I don't know if it's to do with the fact in this game you can only fire, I think it's like 12 bullets or something. I think that's what screws up this game. Because it like fires and then stops. It just stops firing. It seems really weird. So I think one thing I could do is allow you to have more bullets on the AGA version. Oh, and that thing appearing up there is quite annoying. Menace to society. You said it. Yeah, it just stops firing. Lasers. I don't have those samples either. So it plays really strangely. I don't know if it's, like I said, I don't know if it's to do with the autofire. Or maybe it's the Amiga 1200. I don't know what's going on. But it would be nice if it just fired consistently instead of just like firing and stopping. Lasers. Somebody with a really bored voice. Can't see the thing there either. Oh yeah, one speed up's probably alright, but when you take any more it's garbo. But this game's like, it's nearly impossible with without an auto fire. But then you put an auto fire on and the character, the ship just doesn't fire enough. Cannons. It's really weird. And something else that I don't know why I didn't notice it whenever I played it or even if I was looking at the code, is that, so there's only 8 colours for the background and for the aliens. Right, so it has to share them. So I think there's 3 colours for this background here. And the rest is used by the aliens, right? But each of the aliens is different colours. So it has to change the palette every time an alien appears. And what that means is, you cannot have multiple types of alien on the screen at the same time. So you get all of one alien, and then you get all of another, and then all of another. So I think that's one of the reasons why the game doesn't seem, you know, like a traditional shoot 'em up, like R-Type or something, where you've got like loads of baddies coming in. This one's got like, it's all the green aliens, now it's all the blue aliens, and now it's this purple alien. But they can't appear on the screen at the same time, because if they did, the colours would clash, basically. Also, does it even have a... Oh, uh-oh. I was going to say, does it have a pause? Oh, it is. Space is pause. Machine learning. Oh, yeah, sorry. Machine learning. Right. Even now, it's basically machine learning, not AI. Right. Menace to society. That's me. AI video has gotten to a scary point. AI video is just completely on a different planet. It's just, that's not right, is it? Maybe it's pronounced Menichi. Getting closer to being indistinguishable from reality. Is that the video? I don't think so. AI video is very serious in its potential for damage. There is some things I've seen where... The problem is, I've seen a thing where somebody was talking about... The guy from Ocean Line Designs was talking about... There's loads of people who are doing, like... they're taking pictures of, like, things that they're saying are, like, from Titanic and stuff like that, but they're not. They've just been changed. They're just different. And he's basically saying that I think we're in danger of rewriting history because we've got all this, like, records of, like, pictures and things like that we've had. But people keep changing. Eventually, no one's going to know which one's the right one. And we are literally rewriting history with AI slop. It would be nice to have the music and samples ripped. It would. It would. It'd be nice to get the music out of this game and then reinsert it. Because I've got the mod player back in the Amiga format thing and I could reinsert this music. They've only got one tune for the whole game though, but if you're going to do an AGA version, you've got more memory. You could put a different tune in for every level, which would be nice. Music sounds like Xenon. It might be. I don't know. The music would have been quite impressive back in its day. Yeah, I think probably would. This is an 89 game as well, so... I tried to hack an 8-bit game once to get more lives, but I ended up getting more bullets on the screen. Well, you got something. It doesn't need to be perfect. It only has to fool millions of idiots. That's us. That is us. So some of the other things I could do once I've got all the stuff out of the game and it's loading again, I could make the backgrounds more interesting because they're limited to 16 tiles. But they don't have to be. They could put more in. I might as well go back up to 256, just like the thing. Again, they did it to save a little bit of memory, but I don't think it's worth it. And it'd be nice to fire more bullets, because I think we probably do that now. I don't know what else. Other things. It'd be nice to rip these other levels out, maybe restore these other levels. It's got the code to, like, switch to the, like, next version, like, the different sprites for the different levels, but they just aren't there. If you did get a level 2 in that Amiga format code, it would crash. So if you changed it to level 2 and started it, it would just completely be balked. Oh, there's 2 speed-ups. I'd like to make it so you can only pick up, like, a max of 2, maybe, or something like that. I need to get shield. Ah, I've got bonus instead. But just fix this way it fires. It's just a bit weird. That'd be nice. But really, what I want to do is, well, I think Pixelplop suggested it in his comment. Do an AGA version up the bit planes. I want to get shield. It's really hard to get it. Because sometimes it's just not firing. So I'm going to die because I've not got any shield. I'm already too fast. Already the ship is way too fast. See, look, I've got the autofire on and it's just not firing at all. Yeah, it's just not firing. Right, here we go. Not firing! Fire, for God's sake! It just doesn't do it. I don't know what's happening. It's just not firing. So, and this is it's the WHD load version, so I wonder what's going on there. I don't know if the actual game was like that. I'd have to get the disc out and play it on the Amiga 500 and find out. Oops. If this game's been botched up by the 1200 maybe. I couldn't get the shield. I couldn't replenish my shield because it just wouldn't fire fast enough to actually shoot the power up to get up to the shield thing. Sounds like Dave's Menace AGA edition is coming soon. Then it's all well. It wouldn't be coming soon because I've got to convert basically all the graphics out, and then I'd have to convert them all res them up, and convert all the code to use the extra bit plane. So it's not going to be easy because you can't just do one bit because it'll all be broken. But it's already, I think already that code will only run on AGA anyway. So because I've made one, I think it's one line of code or something, which is in the 6820. But yeah, it'd be nice to do that. Just upscale the graphics so they've got more colours in would be nice because they're only really limited in colours. Really. But I'd like to fix that shooting. It doesn't work properly. It just doesn't work. Action replay would help with this game. It might do. I might be able to, if I could action replay it when you're on the level. If I could find the pointer to the like the background graphics and the tile set, then I could pull those out of the game and then put them through my converter, and I've got the second level then. I'd have to find the palette as well, though. Oh god, it's just really annoying. I don't like reverse engineering. It's not fun. Let's put it that way. It feels like a waste of time, if you know what I mean. It'd probably be better just to have level 1, fix that, upscale the graphics, and then just make different graphics for level 2, make a different game for level 2. Because at least you're not having to, because even if you reverse engineered this, if you've upscaled the graphics to 4-bit plane, none of the graphics will work anyway, so you still have to go in and change them all. So it wouldn't be the same game, but that's not really, I don't really think I'm trying to make it the same game now. I'm just going to try and get it to do whatever it can do. Is that what we're doing? Upgrading Menachi? Well, yeah, kind of. Because, I mean, what I did when I converted it is, in GitHub, there is a tag that says, this is the source code, and at this tag is just the same thing as it was in Amiga format, but fixed to work on the 1200. Apart from that, it's identical. So if you want that version, you can just go back to it. And now I'm just going to change it. But you can always go back to that version and say, that's what it would have been, but just working on the 1200. So that was always the first step. Get working what they had, but on the 1200. And that's what this WHD load version is. It's just got that same patch in, basically, but you've just hacked it into the main executable. I had the action replay for the A500. Was there ever hardware action replay for the A1200? Don't think so. I've got MK3 for the 500. Maybe you can do it in WinUAE though. Maybe it will work in WinUAE, because I think you can put an action replay into WinUAE. Is that right? Fire every zig. We're really upgrading Menace. That's awesome. Awesome's a different game. Well, I might get round to it, but like I said, there's so much to do before. I can even think about changing the graphics. The first thing I've got to do, I think, and I've already put a little bit of that on GitHub, is just see if I can actually load a file. And I've actually got a little bit of code in there that's... oh god, I've got the ossifier on. I've got a little bit of code in there now that can that does load 16 bytes out of file. So in theory, I can get it to load files, because at the moment it doesn't load any files. Everything's compiled into the main executable. Oh, I should have restarted that level. That would have been good. That would have been good. But it'd be nice to see more than 8 colours, wouldn't it? Let's face it. Because you really quite... With that, what they've done is you get 6-bit planes on the Amiga, and because they're using dual playfield, you get 3 for the background, 3 for the foreground. So with 3-bit planes, you only get 8 colours, which is rubbish. And with the background, they're using 3 of those colours for the actual background, so you only get 5 colours for the actual enemies. So the enemies are 5 colours, the background's 3, and the foregrounds are using, I think, 8. Is that right? And then there's 8 for this, 8 different ones for the main sprite. So it does actually look quite bland when you look at it, and I think that's the reason, is because it's quite limited in its colour palette. But if you go to AGA, I think you can have 4-bit planes. Pixelplop will know. Can you do 4-bit planes per playfield in AGA? I think that's right. Which means you'd be able to have 16 colour backgrounds and 16 colour foregrounds. Which wouldn't be, you know, immensely colourful, but be way colourful than this. Rob Smith Dev has an A2000 action replay. Well, I don't have an A2000, so that wouldn't help me. A Zaro 2 action replay, which is cool. I believe there was action replay for the PC. You might even be able to just like, you can basically break into the code on WinUAE and just look at it. So you might be able to find the bit planes somewhere, but it's just a lot of work that I really hate doing, that kind of thing. The colours were not good even for its day. Yeah, but I suppose it's... What it has got is... It's got... parallax. That's the price you're paying. Without the copper bar gradient background, this looks like an ST conversion. Well, actually, I think... I've never got to the level, but I think one of the levels does have a copper bar gradient background. I think it does. I think like level 5's got like a... The background's very sparse, but with copper bars. See, it's just... Oh, it's just not firing. Lasers. Yeah, that isn't me. My finger is on the button here, look. My finger is on the button for the autofire. It's not doing anything. I take it off and start firing and it fires again. I wonder if it's the autofire that's doing it. It's behaving really strangely. I wonder if it's firing so fast that the game is missing the buttons. I wonder if that's what's happening. Do you know what? That could be a thing. Do some joysticks have a thing where you can slow down the autofire? Yeah, so I'm having to take my finger off the button to get it to work. Hang on, I'm trying to read the comment. Some sticks definitely had multiple speeds you could pick for turbo. Yeah, I think that's what's happening here. I don't think there's anything wrong with the game. I think the autofire is just timed in a way. Maybe because the 1200's faster or something. Oh, I turned the music off. I didn't even realise I could do that. So I bet you this doesn't happen on the 5. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, it could be that, yeah. Do you know what? I think, yeah, so it's pressing the fire and unpressing the fire so quickly that whenever the game reads it, it thinks it's off. Autofires, they're not all they're cracked up to be. Ah, that's the guy who's on my thumbnail for this stream. I'm not saying it's aliens, but... There you go, 1 speed up's all you want. Maybe it'd be better to put an autofire in the game. Some games did that, actually. Maybe that's a better idea. Just have an in-game autofire. There you go, could do that too. Didn't Xenon 2 have that? Oh, you had to buy it in the shop, didn't you? Wow, when you've got all the power-ups, that guy is toast. Some games also do a fire mode I would call semi-auto, where you just press the button after a couple of seconds to auto-fire again. UN Squadron on the SNES does it. Yeah, I'm thinking of Xenon 2 where you went into the shop and it just auto-fired for you. There's no way I'd be able to kill all these guys without the auto-fire. I like games that have the autofire option. Yeah, I think that's probably, because then at least you're getting the autofire as actually as quick as it would go. But you might start running into the fact that, because it's only got these 12, I think it's 12 bullets or something, that you'd start to see that instead. But it'd definitely have to be a thing where you hold the button to auto-fire, because this game has like limited bullets, so you'd be wasting them if you just fired all the time. There you go, so I had to keep taking my finger off the auto-fire to get it to work. Cannons. It's just so boring. Cannons. I wonder if who that is who's actually doing the voice. Oh, that's like, I think that's my limit for speed ups now. It's like, it's just like, you're just steering the ship into stuff now. So that's another thing I'd change. I'd limit the speed ups, because it's too much. Oh, so I'm just crashing into things now. More colours, more bullets. That's what we need. And slightly more enthusiastic voice. Cannons. He didn't say anything for the bonus either, does he? Or did he just miss the sound effect there? Let's see. Oh, he does. He does. Is it because the music was cutting it out or something else would cut it out? And multiple level music? That'd be nice. So I'm losing my shield now from having too much speed up. I haven't extracted the Guardian yet, because the Guardian is not in the foreground tiles, I can tell you that. See, it's just, I'm going up there and it's just not firing. There we go. But that boss is like a carbon copy of the other one, really. I wonder how much CPU time it took for games that had to mix channels that way to get around the 4-channel limit. I don't know, actually. I don't know. But I suppose whatever it was on the 68020, it would be twice as fast. But maybe even a bit faster than that. I know they did that on the Turrican 2 AGA port. They added in more sound effects during the game because they're mixing them. And that might be the way to do the sound effects, is to mix them all in one channel and have that play, and you can have loads of sound effects playing. I'm sure if you run this on a 500 with Action Replay, you could tear this apart and change what you want. Maybe, but it'd be having to find the actual pointers to the graphic bit planes, which you might be able to find, but I don't know. I'm not sure. If you could step in at the right bit, I know Menace has got, if it's the same code in here, it's got the A5 pointer has got all the points to all the variables, and you'd probably be able to find it in there. I had a feeling it would be significant, especially on the OG 68000. Yeah, I don't think a lot of people did it. The Action Replay could slow the game down to make it more playable. I don't want to slow the game down, I want to slow this bloody shit down in this. If there is only one film you could watch for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm thinking like Pulp Fiction or See No Evil Anywhere or Falling Down. I'd probably go with The Shining. That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Watching that for the rest of your life, you'd go crazy. Jurassic Park, that'd be a good one. Margin Call, Pulp Fiction. That one came up in a discussion. Remember, it's for the rest of your life. Yeah, watching The Shining for the rest of your life would be difficult. But we could take the risk. It would probably Terminator 2 or Back to the Future. You'd get sick of it though. Cannons. And it's the same thing with any one game that you want to play for the rest of your life. It's like, you're going to get really bored of just one game. Lasers. Right, this bit's a bit scummy because this is a bit where they're sending stuff from behind, and if you don't have the Outriders by this point, you are done. See, these are the same aliens as the first... That is the same aliens and the same pattern, I think, as the first level. So they've just... So this level's just got different graphics at this point. Oh, that's new. That's a different one. Oh, he was quite tougher than I thought he was going to be. I need to get the shield now. Well, these guys are tough. Oh, I've got the speed up instead of the shield. I want the shield. Look, I'm now stupidly fast. Does that just keep going? Look how fast my ship is now. Oh, I cannot get the shield. It's ridiculous. Nope. Nope. So I'm dying because of the speed up. And I can't get the shield because it's not because the auto fire is doing me. So those are things I'd change, I think. JP's ordered film I watch regularly. T2 came up, yeah. 12 Monkeys. That would be a good one. 12 Monkeys. Might make it possible to work out what the fuck was going on. Oh dear. Feel the same way about Total Recall. Not a Scooby, what's going on in that? I think I get Total Recall, but I think the point of Total Recall is you don't... It's kind of ambiguous as to whether the film... Whether what's happening is his imagination or whether it's real. And it's ambiguous. You can't actually know. It's impossible to know whether it's real or whether it's all in his imagination. I don't get it, but the wife loves it. Basic Instinct. 12 Monkeys and Total Recall are both great movies. Question is, was it all real or just part of the memory implant? There you go, that's what I said. Was it real or part of the memory implant? The answer is, you can't tell. You can't tell. Nice Growler, that's the name of a small iceberg. Is 12 Monkeys the movie with Bruce Willis in it? Yes. Don't think I've seen it. It's good. You should watch it. It's a good movie. It's definitely worth a watch. Yeah, put it on your list. It's probably one of... I've not seen it come up on streaming platforms. Is it not on anything? It's definitely a weird Bruce Willis film. I know he's done some weird films, but that one's definitely weird. It's full on weird. Oh, do you know what? I haven't seen Memento for so long. I can't remember any of it. Do you know what? Yeah. I'd have to watch that again. I do like Monkeys, but 12 of them seems excessive. Well, who's to say? Who is to say? Well, that's enough of Menace, but yeah, it's not the greatest game in the world, but that's good because that means you could improve it, or at least we could improve level 1 because we've got the code and the graphics to level 1, and level 2 and the other ones aren't really that much different. But once you can make graphics for it, you can make level 2, and off you are, maybe making a game that was better than before. What's this read me all about? HD installer for Menace. Patch applies Menace by Psygnosis. Game requires 0.5 MB chip RAM. Oh my god. Yeah, and I think it loads everything. I don't think it did any loading during that. Because the code anyway that that's in the Amiga format thing implies that everything's already in memory, include like all 5 levels. Disk copy protection, blit awaits inserted. So that's what I had to do. It's pretty impressive that, again, they're doing that without, like, by reverse engineering the code and then putting them in afterwards, which is crazy. ROM access removed. What's the ROM access? High scores will be saved. I wish I'd have actually put my name in properly then now. Trainer option, limited energy. Quit option. So yeah. It did only need the blitter weights to work on the 1200 though, didn't it? I think. It could do with an auto fire though. F10, toggle game sound effects. Doesn't really have anything else. Bug reports. And we did it all while we were in Workbench. Menace is pretty good. Yeah, it could be better though. Could definitely be better. It was all right for 1989. Let's put it. Was it? Yeah, it was okay for 1989. It's no R-Type, is it? Let's put it that way. I look forward to your series on improving GTA 6's graphics. Well, I can definitely improve Rockstar Games' first game, but maybe not that last. Maybe not that last. It's filmed by Christopher. Oh, is that Christopher Nolan Memento? I didn't know that. The film is backwards, about a guy who can't make new memories, and the last thing he remembers is his wife being attacked, and he's trying to find out who did it. Spoiler, it films backwards. I have a half inkling I've seen it, but forgot I saw it. What? Was this the first game that you played using WHD Load on your stream? Yeah, it's the only game I've played with WHD Load, I think. I think so, anyway. Yeah, it's the only one. And I only did it because I was trying to get Menace working so I could work on the source code. But, oh, yeah, it's because I had a Menace disc and it didn't work, but I think I've actually got a working disc now because I bought a working copy of it. But it doesn't work on the 1200. Oh, this IPA's alcohol-free IPA is horrible. I'd try and put some lemonade in it, but I haven't got any lemonade. When life gives you lemons, put it in the IPA because... Oof. Anybody else here like IPA? This one's super square wavy. We should play something else though. What else have I got in here? I'd like to get back to Champions of Kryn as well, but I don't think anyone's interested in watching that stream. It's a bit boring to watch, like, from the live stream, I would say. Because it's quite a slow game. There it is, Champions. But I think I was playing it on the 600. Oh, I've got Fate of Atlantis to play. But maybe we'll start that next time. I don't want to start it now. I've got Fate of Atlantis. I forgot all about that. God damn. Yeah. Is anybody up for Fate of Atlantis? Not this time. Eye of the Beholder, I gave up on that because I didn't like it. Monkey Island 2 we finished. Menace is just like a 20-minute game. That I haven't played. I haven't played that for a year, but I'm about halfway through that. Oh, everybody loves Fate of Atlantis. And there's Turrican 2 AGA, which is awesome. Let's put that on. I'll put the title screen on for that, and I'm going to go grab a drink that maybe isn't IPA. But yeah, I'm enjoying like tinkering with Menace. So I'm going to get it to load files so that it would mean that I'd be able to, if I can get it loading files, so instead of having it encoded in the game and it loads them, and I've now got an editor for the main map, that would mean that I would be able to edit the map, just export that to the game, load the game, and it would just work instead of having to recompile the game, which would be nice. And then if I can export the graphics as well, I might be able to put the bit plane in, and then I'd have to convert all the code, and then that'll go wrong. And oh my God. But we'd have a nice, colourful... Well, it'd be interesting to see that with 16 colours instead of 8. See what it looks like. And with an auto fire, maybe. Hands up for Fate of Atlantis. Oh, I'd completely forgotten that I bought it. It's in a box in the room, but I've installed it on the hard drive, haven't I? I completely forgot. I think the first game I played on WHC Load was me and our Sam loaded up Super Frog. Yeah. I'd be okay with a dungeon crawler if we can name the characters again. I just didn't like that. That game had got too much like I would have to sit down with a piece of paper, and it was too much of a maze, I think. Wish you could all help a menace, but you're on your own. No, well, it's on GitHub. Hello. It's open source. It's on GitHub. Who says you can't help? Who says? All the source code is, everything I've done is in GitHub. So there you go. How come you can't help? And all the instructions on how to get it to compile are in the README. And I'm even documenting the file formats. So yeah, there you go. Hello. The A1200 is really multitasking with all those windows. It is, yeah. It really is I mean, we had... Hippo Play was running... It wasn't playing, but it was running in the background while Menace was running. I didn't shut it down. I just moved it to the background. I blame Superfrog for my Lucozade addiction. Oh, is that a Lucozade sponsor thing? And if you played Cool Spot, you got 7-Up addiction. The animated intro for Superfrog blew me away back in the day. Yeah. Don't have a clue. Well, get some clues. You got to get some clues. That's how it works. There's no easy way to... I suppose if you want to understand... I suppose this is the thing. I've been doing video games for so long, like since the Amiga days, that I suppose these... Even though it's complicated, it seems... A lot of things seem simple because you understand the concepts are simple. Sometimes the actual implementation is complicated, but the concepts are generally simple. You push bits around the screen and you push bits to the sound card and it makes noises. That's it. It's mostly it anyway. It's just doing it really fast and really well is the hard part. Was it by Eric Schwartz? It looked very much the style. I had trouble finding your GitHub at DavePoo2. Did you? You had trouble finding the GitHub. It's on every Menace video in the links. You had trouble. It's because it's not DavePoo2. It's just Dave Poo, isn't it? There's your problem, probably. There you go. There's the Menace Amiga format. There it is. For anyone who's interested, you can just go look at... In fact, I actually look at the source code on GitHub because it's easier to view on GitHub while I'm actually trying to work out what to do. So when I was making those tools on the PC, I was just reading the source code on GitHub to find out what the hell it was doing to read those files in. I remember me and my mate laughing at the ending to Super Frog. Well, don't spoil it for the people who haven't got around to playing it in the last 40 years, 35 or whatever. Our Sam was smacked upon Luco at one point. I've got a bit of an inclination. Oh, there you go. Well, it's one of those things you just have to... I think it's the thing with computer stuff. It's complicated, but you just have to start with the simple stuff and work your way up. Like diving into a 1,000,000-line code program is difficult, but you can do it, but it's difficult. Do you run it on your 1200? I actually haven't run it. I don't think I've actually run it on this 1200 yet. It's never been, I've only actually done it on an emulator, but I am emulating it on... I'm emulating a 1200 with 4 megabytes of fast RAM, which is what this has got. So I haven't actually run it on the real 1200, but I could do. I suppose there's ways of compiling it on the PC, but I haven't tried that. The link worked, but you must be under GitHub radar. Probably. Kids nowadays are a monster. What Amiga games inspired that? I saw a guy walking past my house like 2 hours ago with a can of Monster in his hand. It looks like they commissioned it for him. Oh, well, there you go. Right, I'm going to go grab a drink. Let me boot up Turrican 2. This is the hard disk install version. I think the other thing I'll do when I do Menace is none of that floppy game stuff. It'll just be a version that runs off the hard disk because I just can't be bothered with all that. Like working out to load stuff off the floppy and all that kind of thing. It'll just be a hard disk only thing. Either way, it'll be an improvement if I get it to do anything different. I'm currently working on some Amiga code. I had some issues with the library base offsets, positive and negative. Found the answer, just had to search for it. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? You get a... Well, I don't know if they all do it the same way, but you end up with there's only one library that you actually know of. It's the exec library, which is at, what is it, -6 or something. You have to load that, and then from that you can load all the addresses of all the other libraries, and then you end up with these weird negative offsets to that library to get into a jump table that takes you to a function call that allows you to do something. 4, is that it? 4, weird, isn't it? 4, but the last commit I did on the Menace source is just me trying to work out how to open a file, read some bytes, and close a file, and then you need to do 3 OS calls for that. So yeah, I was having to work out all that. But DevPack's got a thing to build up those, what do they call them? LVO? Something vector offset, is that right? I can't remember what it stands for, but it's basically a jump table. But yeah, it's a bit weird. But yeah, but that's really, it's just probably how most operating systems work. You go into a DLL, it's got a jump table that takes you to a function. Or something like that. Right, is this going to work? I'm going to black screen on you. LVO. What is it? Something vector offset. What's the L stand for? Local vector offset. That's what I'm going with. It's probably not that, is it? The problem is a lot of this stuff. It's not been lost to time. It's more that it's because it's not very common nowadays. It's kind of harder to like find this stuff. If you're looking something on like DirectX or Vulkan or something, there'd be millions of documents about it. But this is just old stuff, and there isn't as much information about it anymore because nobody cares. Because it's kind of like it's dead, isn't it? Let's face it. But the information's out there somewhere. But I think back in the day, you probably would have had the Amiga hardware book or the Amiga DOS book, and it would have had all the information you needed in it. But where are those books now? I don't know. Anyway, I did get Menace to load a 16-byte file, which I then chucked away. So that's my start of like, I know I can load a file now. But I'm going to shut the operating system down, so I don't think I'll be able to load any files after I've done that. Oh, look at that. I've got my high score saved. Right, I'm going to make a real drink that's not IPA, alcohol-free IPA, because it's horrible. And then I'll be back. Right. Oh, it's the intro. It's the intro. Gonna run this on my 500 with Action Replay, maybe. Go to the end. Has it got cheats built in where you can go to any level anyway? My dearest Turrican, how I love thee. These Amiga reference manuals are all online now. Still some in ASCII. Still prefer the proper paper book versions. Yeah, I've got the what is it? That Oosterkamp guy's reference manual, because that's got all the AGA stuff in it. Because they never did an AGA one. Anyone played Insanity Fight? I don't know. Doesn't ring any bells. 1.3 Amiga. Old school. What's this name? Her Royal Fluffiness Celestina Princess of Cake. That is one hell of a name. Entering a randomly suggested stream about something Amiga, something, and Turrican 2 intro playing. There's no coincidence. Well, this is an Amiga stream. Well, yeah, there is. You mean there's no relationship between the title of the stream and what we're doing? Is that what you're saying? Because there is kind of, because I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Let's face it. A suitably grand username for such a grand dignitary. That is one heck of a. That's nearly as good as Carnival Steve's Somerset Carnivals and Adventures, which that's the one I can remember. But Her Royal Fluffiness Celestina Princess of Cake, I could probably get that one as well. Yeah, look, I'm not saying it's aliens, but look, it's aliens. And it's music by Chris Hallbeck. Ooh, continue game. Let's do continue. What? What? I don't want to continue. I'm on World 4. What? Oh, that's the one with the big purple map, isn't it? Is that one? This is the one I always get lost in if it is. Where's the music? I'm more of a general in Princess Celestia's realm. Oh, is this not working? Oh, it is working. Oh, it's not completely purple in this one. Because it's got more colours. This one's got good music though. Right, this is not the best level in Turrican though, because it's because everything looks the same, let's put it that way. Okay. Well, hello. I just nearly lost a life trying to get one. Oh no, I didn't want that. That's what I wanted. This looks way better in AGA, this level. Looks way better, doesn't it? This is another 8-colour graphic one, isn't it? The Turrican. Oops, oops, oh! Oh, did I not get a power-up in that whole thing? Oh, damn it. Already dead. Oh, don't forget the shortcut to skip the entire level. What was the shortcut? I don't want to skip the entire level anyway. When you see a blind leap of faith to the right, aim for the edge of the screen as you fall. Where's the blind leap of faith? This whole level, though, is just a total mystery. Can you look down in this? You can. Look, there's like one... There's one gem there. Oh, no! Now I've missed out on my extra life. Go back. I can't get back up there. Let's just go shuriken and see what we get. Is this the blind leap of faith? No. This is that's a thing there, isn't it? What's over here? The people who like mapping games would love this level, wouldn't they? Because it's just a massive maze. These are the games where you run out of time, though, isn't it? Let's just go. I know there's a big dragon on this level. Whoa! Oh, that's what I need. Shield. This is another one we've got talking things in it. Oh no! I think I said it in my video about Turrican, but the great thing about this is the frame rate. It's just really good. One up. And the music. And the graphics. Stuff like that. Oh, well, that hurt me. That hurt me, but I didn't. Not sure if this version was written in C because the A1200 has more memory. It could. I think this version is written in C. It was ported from the DOS version. But I don't think the memory is the problem. I think the problem was back in the day the C compilers weren't very good, and now they're alright. There's no way you'd really want to write any of these games in assembly language, really. It's a real chore, let's put it that way. It's good for learning how the computer works, but it's a chore. You've got to admit, it's a chore. Yeah. But yeah, the C compilers would write generally, I think, would write generally bad code. So you'd be better off writing in assembly. Because it'd be too slow or they'd use the wrong instructions or something. But ideally, C would be the perfect language for all of these old 80s games. Oh, that's like one of the... This is like the secrets that they put in the AGA version. Oh, I don't want that. That's what I want, this one. Oh no, I've got the wrong one. Forget it. Let's just stick with what we got. Where's this guy taking me? Okay. Oh, hello. What is happening? Oh, is this just going to be the secret and that I don't want? Or is there going to be anything else? He's waiting for me. Oh my word. Oh, there we go. Secrets! Secrets! Is this the dragon? Oh no. Oh, wait a minute. Have I been here? Or does everything just look the same? I've been here, haven't I? I'm not sure. Go up. Yeah, I think I've been at this bit. I think I've been. Or have I been here as well? Oh my god. Whoops. Yeah, this level. What a maze. Up. Up. Wait a minute. I've been here though. Up is bad. That's all we need to know. Up is all bad. Yes and yes. Power up. Oh, I've got the wrong weapon. Oh, where am I now? I'm just in the wrong place. Oh no, not. Is this the dragon? No? Whoa, whoa. There's the dragon. Oh my god, the screen's really flashing. He's firing giant balls of flames. Oh, the screen shake is horrific. And he's dead. And he's dead. Dragons. Ouch. Whoops. I think it's right now. Oh, have I missed it? Or do you mean it's... Where's the leap of faith? Down here? Commodore's always advised to write software in C for the Amiga. Bare metal coding was not recommended. It was not. And that's why a lot of the Amiga 1200 stuff doesn't work. Maybe it's left then. I'm lost now. Oh well. It's either down there or it's over here. I don't know if it's down or up. Oh, up's just going to take me back to where it was. These rocks look nice though. It's down here. Maybe? No. Don't know where I'm going. Wait a minute, I'm back where I was? Or am I? No, I've already been here, right? I've been on this. Or have I? Oh, I'm so confused. Everything looks the same on this level. Just everything. I wish it didn't. The only way you can tell you've been somewhere is because all the aliens are dead. That's it. But everything else looks the same. Is it this way? Whoa. Stuff. Is that fully powered up? Oh my god, it's just giving me random weapons. And on it goes! Or am I just stuck in nowhere? No man's land. What? This goes nowhere? Oh, is this just to get power-ups? The leap of faith was right at the start of the level. It spits you out of the dragon. Oh, right. Oh, well, I've already made it to the dragon and I'm still lost. I am still lost. Just where do I go from here? Is this where I came from? I've forgotten already. Been here. this you definitely need a map for this. I'm going back where I came. This is not right. This is not right. Does anybody know which way it is? I think that's what I hate about this level. All the other levels are quite recognizable, but this one's just loads of purple corridors. And well, let's go back this way because I haven't got a clue where I'm going. Do you need to go up or down? It's like it's not obvious at all, is it? No, I'm back here now. So I must have to go back up to above the dragon again, I think. 'Cause I'm not getting anywhere down here. Up we go. think this is why I get to this level and stop a lot of time. I think after this it gets better. But this one's just really weird. It's not that way. That was the secret, right? Or was it? Right, where do we go? No, gotta go that way. I think it's up, but I've lost my feel for it. I need to be the one playing. Yeah, I think that's the thing. All I know is there's no baddies here, so I've been here. Oh, it's just everywhere. Like, there's some level over there. I've got to get over there. Uh-oh. Right, this is the... Right, back at the dragon. That's where the dragon was. And is this the way I went before? This way just takes you back over the top of the dragon, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but did I jump down here last time? I can't remember. It's just been so... No, I think I'm going the wrong way again, aren't I? Yeah, that's the wrong way to go. Oh no, I'm going all the way back here. So I think I need to go... Right. Back this way. Okay. It's so confusing, this level. I think it's one of those things where there's probably just one gap that you've got to find. Oh no, hang on, I'm in the wrong place again. Now I've got to go all the way back this way. Oh, I'm lost again. This way goes nowhere. This is the right way. I don't know which way is the right way. I'm back where I was. I don't know which way is the right way. I think it's going back to that dragon, going up and around. But I've lost how to get back there now, because now I've done the wrong way. I've got to go. So I'm losing a life to these guys. It's just quite... This bit is probably the worst bit of the game, I think. I always find it the worst bit anyway. Is it back up here? It's the aimless wandering. No, it's not that way. And after me saying Turrican 2 is so awesome, it really is, but yeah, this level could have been about half the size and it would have been fine. But I think they're trying to just get there. You've got to get your bang for the buck. Right. Let's find our way back to the dragon again. Do I have to go up for the dragon? Oh no, we don't go up for the dragon? I can't remember. No, it's not that way. It's just, or is it? Because they might put a secret wall there. No, it's not this way. This way is... Oh, hang on. Is it this? Oh, wait a minute. There's gems that... Did I just have to walk through this wall? Oh, no. Was that the thing? No, that's just a secret, is it? That's just a secret. Right. Back to the room with the dragon. Yeah, I'm just trying to find my way back to it now. Because now I've gone the wrong way. It's hard to get back. Because there's only one way to get back to the dragon. Is it that way? No. Now I can't even find my way back to the dragon. I think I'm just going back the way I came, aren't I? I am so confused with this level. So it's not this way. This way takes you nowhere. You've got to go back this way. Come on. Go back up to the corridor where you fall to the dragon. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get to, but I can't remember how to get there. It's you have to go up and around or something, like this. Is it this way? No. It's not that way. Is it up here? It's it's not that way. Is it through here? Was it going through the wall again? Was that the way to get back? Oh, we're out of time. Up the platforms you see, they don't go anywhere. They don't go anywhere. They just go up to the top and then there's nothing there. I don't know, is this a different bit? Oh, wait a minute, this bad guy's here. What's happening? Or are they ones that just skip past? I feel like I'm going back to the start of the level now. Am I going back to the start of the level? Or is this the way to go? Whoa. Power up. Power up. This looks right. I don't know anymore. Oh. Not sure. Oh, can I get the... This way. It's because there's no distinguishing anything in the level. Everything just looks the same. Like there's some different pipes here. But yeah, the other levels are much more like there's like a bit where it goes like it changes and stuff like that. Like the first level's got all that different stuff on it, like waterfalls and things like that. This has just got nothing to guide you. Just hundreds of things. Just everything's... Oh. Ouch. You don't even know if you're supposed to go right or... Wait a minute, is this where I was? Oh, I'm back where I was. I don't know which way to go at all. I think I'm back where I was, unless it's a bit that looks like the same as what it was. Ouch. Ouch. Yeah, I'm back where I was again. So I'm looking for that one place and I don't know where it is. Anyway, it looks yes, but where you was is near the dragon room, which is how you got... I don't know where the dragon room's gone anymore. Mind-blowing, the original Fit 1 disc. Well, you can make these maps huge, but the problem is they're using like the same... They're using the same tiles. So it's not anything... It's not anything crazy, is it? Oh, again, this way goes nowhere. Right, at least I'm remembering things. That goes nowhere. It's just this one way to get down to that dragon, and I can't remember how to get back up there to do it. Oh, it's weird that you have to... Oh, there you go. So that's just a secret, isn't it? Whoa. So let's try again. How did we get back up over there? This is definitely one where you need the Amiga format map for it. Is it up? Or is it left? It's not left. It's up. And it's not this way, is it? Nope. So the way I went before was through there, wasn't it? Up and to the right. Are you sure about that? This way goes nowhere, doesn't it? Down here, you mean? Or is this a different bit? That goes nowhere. Uh-oh. That was it. Right. I'm back at the dragon room. I'm going to die there now. We're out of time again. Now, it's not this way. It's not this way though, is it? Or is it? It is this way. Right. Is it through there? Squeeze that little tunnel, this one. That's the way you've got to go. Oh, if you just go the other way though, it's a nightmare. You have to like do a massive loop to get round. I think that's, unless I've been here, because there's no bad guys. Oh no, there's bad guys. I think every time I looked at that and went, no, I don't think that's the right way. It must be another way. I went back and it's the wrong way. And then I couldn't find my way back there. I think maybe the level's split into 2 bits. And there's that one door that splits the other bit into this bit. Is that right? Anyway, and there's the exit. That's how far I was from the exit. I walked around for ages. Jeez. Because I know they do these things in modern games where they say, oh no, we don't want to put a map marker on screen. You're supposed to just know where to go. But in this game, you have no clue where you're going. Simple. Now I think maybe this one's easier. Because this one makes a little bit more sense. I think. I can't remember when you get past these though. I think you just have to run past them. Oh, don't squish me. See, at least this one's got like something that looks a bit different, so you've got distinguishable features. Right. We're doing it now. Maybe there's a secret up there. Ouch. This looks like secret. Or maybe this is the level. Who knows? That looks like a secret. Looks like you come back through there. Ooh. Uh-oh. Giant cogs. Does anybody want to fight any giant cogs? Anyone? I think. Bouncy bullets. I think. Firing like a lunatic because I'm expecting to be jumped on. My god, there is so much stuff going on here. Oh, secret. Secret boy. Right, so that whole area is just for funsies, isn't it? And this dude's going to take me back out now. Ouch! Just for funsies. Oh, I can see the secret thing up there. Why is he not taking me to it? He's like, come this way. Alright, I'll go that way. Ouch. Oh, he is going to take me to it. Hey, I jumped on a little dude like in Mario. Blimey. There it is. Secrets! I think, were they in the DOS version but not... So they're not like a new thing when he ported them, he just got the secrets from the DOS version. I don't know. Never played the DOS version. This level would drive me nuts. Was that the old one? Why am I number 3 now? all the other numbers have left. Everyone's left, so you're the number 3. It's like, you know, when they like shoot the bad guy in the films and go, "You have been promoted." It's like that. Everyone's leaving. Ow! Oh, a little bit of slowdown there. Everybody needs a good cog level in a video game, right? A mechanical level where you get attacked by giant cogs. See, at least this level here, it looks different to what it did before. Ah! Bouncy bullets might be helping me on this level, I think. Ouch. I think they are helping me. Life! Oh, got it. Laser. Oh, a big thwomper. The music doesn't seem to match the amount of action that's going on. Ouch! Celestina, the first of the name, fluffiest of the kingdom. What? What are you on about? I was a nerd last stream. Everyone's a nerd here. We're playing an ancient computer game. That is nerdy. This looks like a secret or something, but it's not, is it? But yeah, I always get lost on that level. I think that's the most lost I've been, but usually I get really lost. It's down here. Ah, secrets. Nerds fit here. Yep. Yep, they do. Ah, big cog. Ouch. Right, we've got up and we've got down. We'll go up. Ouch, ouch. These guys are pounding me. Oh, well, maybe we go down. I can't remember, the diamonds give you extra lives, do they? It was different in Turrican 1. I can't remember now. Oh, is it a boss? Oh, it's these guys. What was that? He said something. What's he saying? I have no idea. Passing entire Wikipedia entries is not encouraged. I am number 1 today, but the XP counter resets every live stream. So you can't keep your hat. Your game. If I find a way to turn that off, though, it's going off. Oh, look at this. This looks nice, doesn't it, in AGA? The horrible green background. Look at that. That looks really good. I say AGA, but this is kind of the DOS version, isn't it? Well, maybe we'll continue this next time. It's probably time to... Oh, look at this. Bouncy springs. It's where we lose the music and it just goes all full on aliens. But doesn't that look nice? Full on Geiger-esque aliens down there. Even one of these levels has got like a bit of amazing in it. It's not as bad as that other one because it's just so samey, the whole level. It's really quite bland. And even more bland on the non-AGA version, but it doesn't seem to have helped much in this. Oh. You press escape and you die. So I've still got 12 lives. I say, oh, I've got to use the joypad. I didn't even drink my tea that I made. Phew, made it through that maze level. Next time, map. Map on that level. I played through Doom Dark Ages, by the way. I quite enjoyed that. That's got a map. That has got a map, which is quite useful. Why is it black? Oh, it's all right. It's okay. Next live stream, I'll play a game and not say much. But how are you going to keep your #1 status? Oh, look at that. I got to 5.1. I think 5 is the last, isn't it? Is that right? There's nothing after the alien levels. You fight a big boss and then that's it, I think. I think I've finished this on a live stream before. I think so, anyway. Right. Oh, nearly knocked a load of stuff. Be ready to claim #1 next day. It's just the numbers are just taking up more room than the words. It's just crazy. I think maybe they're expecting that you have a live stream, why? Because you'd be popular, which I'm not. You'd be popular and there'd be loads of people chatting, but only 3 people can actually have like crowns. But because we've got a chat with 14 concurrent viewers, quite a large percentage of you have crowns. Retro JV doesn't have a crown. I thought you had completed it before on stream. I think I did, yeah. I have done it on stream. Yes, that last level does get a bit tricky, I think, but other than that, it's alright. And I always have to remember what you do with that lift bit at the end. With 3 chatting, 10 to 15% of the chat is just purple blocks. But when you go in the chat, if you're the first person in the chat and you say anything, you get a little crown saying #1. It's just like, what? I've got a memory of a goldfish. I've lost my crown. 14 of us have amassed some XP. I'm so proud of you all. You've done so well. You've really shown up today, and you've gamified the system, which, if I can turn off, I will. I don't know if it's possible though. Let's just see. Promotions, altered content, automatic chapters, select your language, recording date, license, comments, show how many views like the stream. What else have we got? Oh, redirect. Allow your viewers to keep engaged across multiple events. Add live stream or premiere. Oh, a live stream or premiere for people to watch after yours ends. I think that's like the raid. But I'm not doing that now. No, there's no option to turn off little hats. That's it. Your little hats are there. I'm watching on my mobile iOS and I can't see the leaderboard. I can't see the leaderboard. I can just see that people have crowns. It's not been very well explained, I would say. I mean, not losers, fellow commentators. Defender of the crown for the next live stream. No, I don't think so. I've got Fate of Atlantis to play. Completely forgotten about Fate of Atlantis. So there's that. And it might even work on the 1200. So there's a whole thing to play there. And I've got Oh No More Lemmings. So next stream, I could do that or Oh No More Lemmings. I didn't want to do Oh No More Lemmings every stream though. There we go, Atlantis is cool. Menace could do with an intro like this as well, like a stupid intro with Bren Maguire. But yeah, I think that's I think you did well. You've earned a lot of XP. Well done, everybody. Give yourself a pat on the back. Take that digital XP, and when the stream ends, it's going in the bin. tonight with Bren Maguire. Oh dear. Oh my god. 225 XP. Who's the winner? It's Great Hadouken. Great Hadouken was number 1 when he came in. And he's number 1 at the end. Permadeath for stream experience. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? So they've copied Twitch. I'm gonna have to find in the notes when they announced this, because I didn't know anything about it. Unless this is like a beta thing. I don't know if you can. You can't turn it off. There's participants, moderation, activity. No. It's just here for good now. I'm usually first here, but promise I didn't know anything about this thing before I got. I didn't know anything about it. I just wondered why you come in and you got some weird hat. I thought it was like, you know, like Twitch Prime. That's what Twitch Prime looks like. So I don't know. Bren Maguire wants revenge. Oh, that's it. That's the Talking 2 logo. So yeah, so take your XP, be proud of it, and then throw it away every stream. How about this? Whoever wins is banned from coming to the next live stream. I could deal with missing one. Well, I could ban you now if you want. What are my options? I've got pin message, report, remove, or I could put you in a timeout. Anybody who's number 1, saying that if you're number 1, you should go in a timeout and then you'll automatically start going down. It's just so weird. I don't know. Is this going to make people engage? I'm not sure. I'm not sure it's helped. Timeout for number 1, the naughty corner. So you have been chatting too much. You're going in the naughty corner. It's absolutely stupid. It's ridiculous. Anyway, there'll be. I'm sure that YouTube will keep this. I'll tell you what has gone is the stupid hearts at the side. But did I turn those off? I think I turned those off because they were annoying as well. The little hearts at the side. I mean, you can do stuff like this though, can't you? Start a poll. Should you go in the naughty corner for being? Hang on, for being number 1. There we go. There you go. 100% for yes. It absolutely will increase the number of comments, I assure you, across YouTube. Not sure about on your live streams. I feel like it'll just make people spam more. That's what I'm thinking. I think the spam bots would win the most. But guess anything to make people think about super chats, stickers to bring the money in. Yeah, is this someone's coming up with a great idea going, I know, we'll give them XP for chatting, but we'll give them more XP if they pay us. And that's the way it's going to work. I said yes too, I can deal it. Yeah. It's just yes. It's 100% yes. 5 votes. Everybody's voted yes. Right, end the poll there. There you go. Should you go in the naughty corner for being number 1? 100% yes. Anyway, that really is the end of the stream now. Thanks for coming. Thanks for your whatever this is. Thanks for being you. Thanks for the XP. Thanks for the memories. I'm going to bed because it's the end of the day. Right. I'll be back probably in a couple of weeks, and maybe I'll put a poll on the community thing, say what do we want to play, Lemmings or Atlantis. We'll probably play Atlantis. The regular followers in here having a nice time. Pleasure, thanks very much, thanks. Right, the stream is going to end in 3, 2, 1. God